Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be movie review of Beetlejuice. Now you guys are probably wondering, Joey, why are you reviewing the movie Beetlejuice on your YouTube channel? Well, there's actually a couple reasons. The first reason is because I have basically pretty much promoted this movie on my YouTube channel. Now, if you haven't seen my pop review of the Fanta Haunted Apple Beetlejuice soda, go check that video out first before watching this movie review, because I did review the Haunted Apple Beetlejuice soda from Fanta. They were the movie partner for this movie, so the movie got sponsored by Fanta, and they promoted the movie. They had cans with Jenna Ortega on it. They had cans with Michael Keaton, Beetlejuice himself, which that's the Haunted Apple flavor that I reviewed. There was also one with Catherine O'Hara on it. There was one with, what's his name? William Dafoe. So, go check that video out. Now, the second reason why I am reviewing this on my channel is actually for a very surprising reason, but I'm going to say it right now. The reason why I'm reviewing this movie on my YouTube channel is because I promoted it on my channel, but also because this would be the first ever movie on my YouTube channel that I have reviewed because I went to the movie theater to see it. Now, every other movie that I have reviewed on my channel, I watched them all on streaming. Never went to the movie theaters to see those movies. So those movies that I reviewed on my YouTube channel, that you have seen for years, I watched those on streaming. I didn't go to the movie theaters to see those movies. But this movie, I did. A little bit late, but I did. This review is coming out a little bit late, but I did. The movie came out on Friday, September 6th, 2024, and I watched it, and I'm reviewing it on September 10th of 2024, which is a Tuesday, which thank God I got a day off from work to be able to watch this movie, because I generally wanted to see this movie. I have watched the original Beetlejuice before. I watched it once when I was a little kid, and then I watched it again recently. It was Sundays to get more prepared for this movie, because I'm going to be talking about it and reviewing it on my YouTube channel, because I have promoted the movie on my YouTube channel, and I said, you know what, because this is the first movie I'm going to the movie theaters and going to be reviewing on my channel, this is going to be a special occasion. So, because I promoted it and I went to the movie theaters to see it, I wanted to give it a review on my YouTube channel. Now, don't expect me giving a review of the original Beetlejuice on my YouTube channel. I do not like to review old movies. I like to review new movies that are coming out to give my opinion on them. I can tell you I like the original Beetlejuice. The original Beetlejuice movie is good. I give it an 8 out of 10. Now we're going to get into my thoughts on the sequel to Beetlejuice. So, as I have said before, the name of this movie is Beetlejuice. It came out on September 6th, 2024, which was a Friday, and I watched it today, September 10th, 2024, which is a Tuesday, and I went to the movie theaters to see it, and now it's getting a review. So this movie is an hour and 44 minutes long. The budget for this movie was $100 million. Now, the projection for this movie, they only said that this movie was projected to get $10 to $11 million back in the box office, but they were wrong. The box office for this movie was $153 million, so they made $53 million back in the box office. Now, this is the second grossing movie of this year, and The third was Deadpool versus Wolverine, and the first was, what was it? Inside Out 2. That was the highest grossing movie of this year in the box office, but Beetlejuice is second, and Deadpool versus Wolverine is third. Now, it's also second on the highest grossing on the first day, which would be September 10th of 2024. The highest grossing movie on the first day was It Chapter 1 in 2017, so this came to second to that. So this movie has got positive reviews from critics. I don't know how people, like the fans of Beetlejuice, like the movie. I'm pretty sure they like it too, but the critics say it's a positive movie, positive reviews. But I don't know how the fans like Beetlejuice. So please post a comment. If you guys have seen Beetlejuice, post a comment. Did you guys like the movie? Because the critics like it. So, let's get into the reviews. So, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 7.7 out of 10, or 77% out of 266 reviews. Critic reviews are positive on Rotten Tomatoes. The average rating for this movie is a 6.5 out of 10. Metacritic gave it a 6.2 out of 10 based on 61 critics, generally positive. So if you take that into account, that is 327 critic reviews saying that this movie is good. Post Track gave it an 81%, or 8.1 out of 10. People think it's generally a good movie. 86% of people would give this movie a recommend. So that would be 6.8 out of 10. But 68% of people say they would give this movie a recommend. IMDb gave it a 7.1 out of 10. Exon Burton said that this movie fails to add much to the original. And so after I got done watching the movie, because me and my parents went to go see the movie, my parents wanted to see the movie as well, and I wanted to see it. They took me to go see it. Obviously, I paid for my own ticket and stuff, but they said that the movie was okay. They said the original was better. So that's their opinion on the movie. But what do I think of the movie? So here's my review. So overall, I give it a 7 out of 10, and I think it is a good movie. There's a lot to like about it. Is it better than the original Beetlejuice? No, I think the original Beetlejuice is better. I give that movie an 8 out of 10. I give this one a 7 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's not good compared to Beetlejuice. I think it's okay compared to the original. But one thing I do agree on by this one critic is that it fails to add much to the original. And this one plot point my parents talked about, but also this guy talked about, is the plot point that they needed to use two different plot points to get Beetlejuice in the movie. Now, I'm not going to spoil the movie for anybody who hasn't seen it, so I'm not going to talk about it, but there is two plot points in the movie that gets Lydia Dietz and Astrid Dietz to see Beetlejuice. And that's all I'm going to say. But overall, I think it's a good movie, and I give it a 7 out of 10. Not better than the original, but the sequel is still a good movie. So out of horror movies that I have seen this year, I have seen 7 horror movies. I have seen Woody the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, Jack in the Box Rises, Abigail, Quiet Place Day One, Deer Camp 86, Immaculate, and Lisa Frankenstein. The two top movies of this year for me are Lisa Frankenstein and Immaculate. Both of those movies got a 6 out of 10. The worst movie this year is obviously Woody the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. But I think that movie is going to get outbeat by The Mousetrap when I finally watch it. But where does Beetlejuice fall in this category? Well, Beetlejuice is not really a horror movie. It's more a horror comedy. It's more of a horror comedy like Lisa Frankenstein. Now, like I said, Lisa Frankenstein is the top movie of this year for me. Because I haven't seen a couple other movies. I haven't seen Maxine. Terrifier 3 is not out yet. I haven't seen Deliverance, which that's probably the next movie I'm going to watch and give a review based on this year. I haven't seen Longlegs. So there's a couple other horror movies I haven't seen, but Lisa Frankenstein and Immaculate are the top two movies for this year for me. But where do I think Beetlejuice fall? Well, I give it 7 out of 10, which means that it's better than Lisa Frankenstein and Immaculate. But would I say that Beetlejuice is the best horror movie of this year? No, I do not think it is the best horror movie this year. I think really the best horror movie of this year so far is actually Immaculate. But Lisa Frankenstein is also really good too, and Beetlejuice as well. So I'm gonna have to say that I'm still gonna give Beetlejuice a 7 out of 10. But I don't think it's better than Lisa Frankenstein and Immaculate. So really, I think Beetlejuice is going to go ahead of Deer Camp 86, which I gave that a 6 out of 10 as well. But it's going to be below Lisa Frankenstein and Immaculate. Now, that doesn't mean Beetlejuice is a bad movie. I still think it's a good movie. It's not better than the original, but it is a good movie, and I definitely give it a recommend. I definitely recommend people to go watch the movie. Like I said, 86% of people recommend to go see this movie, and I am in the majority that says that this is a positive movie, and I would give it a recommend. So, that's my movie review of this year. Out of all the rankings. So Beetlejuice is number 3. But really, I should really be putting Immaculate at number 1 because that's actually a horror movie. And Lisa Frankenstein and Beetlejuice at number 2 and number 3 because those are horror comedies. But, you know, these are generally the horror movies that I actually think are good this year because generally, like, there's a lot more better horror movies coming out. But this year, horror movies have been kind of sluggish, so not a lot to review. But those are my rankings so far. So, what is the future of this movie? Is there a possible sequel? ? Well, when asked about a potential third film, Tim Burton said, in quote, "Let's do the math. It took 35 years to do this movie," which is correct. So I'll be over 100. That's probably correct. But I do guess it's possible with the advent of science these days, but I don't think so. So basically what Tim Burton is saying, there could possibly be a sequel, but he's also saying that he doesn't know if he wants to do another one. Now, My answer to all this is that I don't think Beetlejuice should become a franchise. Now, because Beetlejuice has 2 movies, it is a franchise now because it is 2 movies, but generally, I think Beetlejuice and Beetlejuice are 2 good movies. They're definitely movies that I would recommend to watch, and they're a lot of fun watching. But do I think it needs to become a franchise? No. Do I think Tim Burton is going to do a Beetlejuice, the third Beetlejuice movie? Probably not. And if he does want to make a sequel, I don't think he's going to wait another 36 years to make another Beetlejuice movie. But it's iffy. So I'm not going to spoil the ending, but the ending does make it possible for a sequel. But like Tim Burton said, it's possible to make another one, but he doesn't think that he's going to make another one. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So the future is there might be or might not be a sequel. Is the sequel possible? Yes. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. Does Tim Burton think it's possible? Yes. Does he think it's going to happen? Probably not, but he has the power to do it. He has directed both Beetlejuice movies, and most of the original producers and directors and executive producers and most of the original cast came back for Beetlejuice. So it is definitely possible, but honestly, like I said before, I don't really want Beetlejuice to become a franchise. I don't want Beetlejuice to become a franchise. I'm happy that Beetlejuice came back for a sequel just for fun, but I don't think Beetlejuice should have a third movie. I think it's good where it ended. So that is my overall thoughts on Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is a good movie. I give it a recommend. Is it better than the original? No. But is it a bad movie? No. I would definitely be in the majority saying that it's a fun, positive movie, and I give it a recommend. I give it a 7 out of 10. It's a generally enjoyable movie to watch. So one thing that I would like to talk about before ending off the video is that what about the merchandise for this movie? So I talked about it in the beginning of the video, how that the reason why I made this movie review is because I did promotion for this movie. I bought the can with General Ortega on it, the Fanta, the orange Fanta, and I also bought the Fanta Haunted Apple with Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice on it. That's the first type of merchandise that you can get to support this movie. Also, other merchandise you can get. So I went to the Gibson theaters to watch this movie. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get this stuff, but I do know about it. So when you went to go see the movie, you were able to buy a Beetlejuice popcorn bucket, which was really cool, but Gibson Theaters didn't have it. It probably all sold out on the first day, but I don't know for sure. But also they had a Beetlejuice cup too. That probably sold out as well during the first day. So that's the stuff you could get during the movie. I thought that stuff was pretty cool, but my movie theater, Gibson, didn't have it, so I wasn't able to buy it. But overall, that's my thoughts on Beetlejuice. I had a fun time watching the movie. My parents thought the movie was okay, but I thought it was good. I think it's a positive movie. I definitely give it a recommend, and that is my movie review of Beetlejuice. And if you guys like this video, please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace, period.